Gale from PaulGaleNetwork.com, and I've got some exciting news today. Before me, right here, is my Samus Aran Varia Suit statue. Oh, look at this bad boy. Or bad girl, I should say, right? So, I don't know exactly what this box is going to look like inside, because a couple of months ago, F4F Figures sent me this gorgeous statue of Samus Aran in her Varia suit. And this thing was fantastic. I have the stand right here with its rechargeable battery inside, and it's great. The statue itself was super slick. The lights worked fine. Samus looked fantastic. Her arm cannon was cool. But every once in a while, and F4F has a really high standard of quality, but every once in a while, a very small percentage of statues will go out there and will have a couple of defects too much past the point of just being okay with it. Now, if I were just to look at the statue from the side, I would say that's a gorgeous piece of art. That's definitely worth the $400, $500, whatever dollars I spent on it when I pre-ordered it several years ago. But when you look at it closer and you see like, there are some errors here in the paint, some splashes that went from this part to that part, a little bit of bleed through in the light. You know, when you're paying that much for a product, you expect it to be perfect or within close enough reason to being truly excellent. So as beautiful as it looked and as awesome as it was, I let them know, showing pictures like, you know, here are the issues. And they were super cool with it. They said, hey, smash it. So if you saw on this YouTube channel or on Paul Gale Network before, I did a very sad video where I took a hammer and I smashed my old Samus Aran statue to a whole bunch of little bits, because that's part of the process in getting a return. Now it's been a couple of months, and they sent me a new statue, which I'm going to cut open right now. I don't know what this is going to look like exactly, because the last one, and all statues that come to me from F4F Figures, and likewise if you get yourself, what you're going to get is, you know, the box that looks like this, and then the box of the statue itself with character artwork on it, whether it's Solid Snake, the R-Wing from the Star Fox series, Link on the King of Red Lions, Majora's Mask, Bowser, which is coming next week, pretty excited, and Samus Aran. Just several of the statues that I own from F4F or am getting. But this is a reprint, you know, so I don't know if you're going to get inside this box another artistic box of Samus on the outside and all of that stuff. I still have my same cards that I received before. And if you just look at this, I know I already kind of started to dig into this box, but, you know, these things are packed tightly. They've got lots of styrofoam on them. You have a box inside of a box, so here's this big one, and here's a smaller one inside. Put this one down, nothing left in there. Although I guess something was left in there. 8 little styrofoam pieces. 4 for the top corners, 4 for the bottom corners. Now you've got this box. So once again, so far, this is the same. Only difference is, I don't know if there's a difference yet, actually. Because, like I said, you get these cards that complement your statue with a unique number, you know, like a day one edition, that kind of thing. It says the name of the product. And in this box is where you get the artistic box. I don't think I'm going to get another artistic box. I wouldn't expect it. Okay, so you don't. Now, you take this girl out. Okay. So you see how much detail they put into this packaging. You get your big shipping box. You have nice styrofoam chunks in every corner. You get a box inside, and then you've got this styrofoam dude, but normally around this styrofoam box is an artistic box. You know, it says Samus on it. It shows the statue from multiple angles. It's colorful, and it has a couple of cards of ID on it that are placed somewhere around here, I think. So this is QC passed. We're gonna cut into it. I know it's recommended to cut these open differently, but I can't help but do it this old style. That's probably why it's recommended to do it differently, because it makes this process easier, but that's okay. That's okay. So trust me, I know this is the noob way to do it, but I'm used to it, so that's why I still do it. I'm really excited. It's a beautiful statue. If I received that other one for free, I wouldn't have complained. Even part of me felt guilty complaining because it was really nice, but you know, you expect these things to be almost perfect because you are paying a lot of money. And F4F does a fantastic job. I had the opportunity to meet Alex and John, two really cool people. John for the first time, I learned of him. Alex, both I met at the first time, but Alex I knew who he was already from F4F at E3. And they're really cool, and they believe in what they do. They love what they do. They have a high standard of quality that they want to, you know, present it to people. Just look at this. Look at this before I take her out. Oh yeah, so slick. So I appreciate their professionalism. Oh wow, that looks so nice. Gosh. I missed this statue. I only had it up for a couple of weeks after waiting years for it. And then I had a part with it. Wow, it's beautiful. Good gosh. This, looking at it just briefly right now, I could already see that this is better than the other one. And like I said, no complaints from me on any of the statues I ever received. My Arwing, flawless. My Link on the King of Red Lions, gorgeous. Solid Snake, awesome. Majora's Mask, beautifully detailed. But every once in a while, you know, they print a couple thousand of them out. You might have several people that have a flaw, or a few too many flaws they get by, and that's why F4F does what they do. So, check out Samus Aran. That is a beautiful statue. You've got these pegs down here. One just helps her fit into the base. One is for the electricity to flow through the base into her, fully illuminating this suit up. Wow. Yeah, I only had this for a couple of weeks, my previous one that is, and it was up on display. Then I took it down, smashed it, waited a couple months, got this new one. All right, you're wondering, where's her arm cannon? Here it is. Yeah. We'll set this up on the base. Move this to the side. Arm cannon should fit perfectly in with no issues. Just connect these two together. Snug fit. I think that's it, right? Okay. Now, move this out of the way a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Which peg goes where? The electric one is the back one, and the regular nub just for the statue to fit in is the front one. Samus slides in, and okay. I'm confident that this works, and the reason why it's not is because there's no battery charge. So bear with me for 1 second while I get a cord to charge this up via USB. I'm going to cut the video so you don't have to wait for me scrambling around trying to find it. And with the magic of movie editing, you'll see it now. And there you go. Like I said, through the magic of movie editing, here is the Samus Aran statue completely lit up. It looks fantastic. I found my cord really quickly, and by USB is how it is charging right now, why it is all lit up. I've got the cord in the bottom of the base, or on the side of the base I should say, and on the other side it's connected to my good old Wii U, still finding itself a nice use in this household. And yeah, The thing hasn't been on in a couple of months, obviously, because the statue wasn't there. But now that it's here, I'll let it chill, and then it will go into its final resting place, nice, on display in my living room next to the fireplace. Oh, beautiful. I'm actually going to take the camera off, but do one little turn off, turn back on, so I could give you a look from the other perspective, the front-facing camera, or rear-facing camera, I should say. Yeah. Anyway, so I could hold it and look and twirl it around and stuff like that, so you can really see and appreciate the attention of detail. So bear with me one moment, and let's check this out. Here we go. Look at this. Wow. See, my original statue was awesome, but it had some bleed through here. It had some bleed through. So the part that you're supposed to see as all black, there was unfortunately some light shining through. Some of the areas, like right here where you have these really crisp lines, some of the lines were black smudge coming off. You have some styrofoam residue, that's fine. But some of the little locations on the original statue had some blotches of like glue kind of sticking out here and there. But now, looking at this, I love this statue so much. This was probably the quickest decision, the biggest no-brainer I've ever made from any of my first 4 figure purchases. When F4F showed off this thing for the first time, it was never once second guessed of like, do I really need it or not? Because you might have a character that's one of your favorites. Like Samus Aran is one of my favorite characters in video gaming. But what if the statue was only kind of cool and not epic, right? Or what if the pose wasn't your favorite pose and you thought, the pose isn't the best, or it's too big for me, or it's too small, or the color isn't quite right. See, I'm only wiping off with my fingers little specks of styrofoam. But yeah, the statue is awesome. Yeah, in here, these grooves, they're so smooth and polished. My original one, like I said, not to be greedy, but you really pay $400 or $500 for these things, and you want them to be of a really high standard of quality. If you got it for free, you wouldn't have complained. I wouldn't have complained. But that's not the case, right? So, kudos to F4F. The entire team at that company does such a sweet job. And I appreciate that. Customer service is legit.
Daddy,
The products are legit. Everything about it is really, really nice.
Daddy, what if you saw this?
My son Bryson is here. As you might have seen him earlier in the video, and he wants you to see Dark Samus amiibo. That actually would be a nice future statue, potentially, by F4F. I'm twirling this around, and Bryson just handed me the Dark Samus Aran amiibo. So I'll put her on the base, and you'll see that one too. But just look at the arm cannon. Look at the detail. All the little holes, everything. And here's Dark Samus, which we just got recently. One of the cool things is, well, depending on who you ask if this is cool or not, is, this statue had a quite significant delay to it, and that's because Nintendo, here's another Samus. Nintendo originally signed off on the sculpt, the design of the statue, and then upon closer look, they put in the request for F4F to go back to the drawing board, which took a lot of time to perfect it, to get the coloring right, to make sure that the orange was as orange as it should have been, and the yellow as yellow, and the green as green, and getting the jetpack just right. So that ended up giving a big delay to the statue and more lights going everywhere, because Samus is a lit up character, so the amount of detail that has to go into it is pretty crazy. You can't just do part of the leg when her entire leg needs to be lit up. You can't just do a couple holes when all of these little grooves need to be lit up. So now, that's the statue. Like I said, a total no-brainer. I'm going to let this charge here, very conveniently in front of the TV for a while. And then, like I said, I'm going to put it in its final spot. I don't have any complaints. You know, they said you might see some bleed through. It might be inevitable in time as the statue shifts and goes in different air pressure through the airplane and through its long journey from China to California. Things may settle this way, that way, and I understand. And I'm sure that if I really nitpicked and looked super closely, I might find some bleed through, some small glue shining. Like, I guess if you look from this angle, technically you could see, you know, some green shining through there. But honestly, you're not going to look from that angle, really. And that's okay. The other one was very noticeable from multiple angles, and it also had a kind of like a dead pixel effect where certain spots in the statue where it was supposed to be lit up green was black. Either a black dot on it or the lack of paint elsewhere, so something was shining through where it wasn't supposed to, if that makes sense. But now I feel like this is a perfect statue, and I'm getting Bowser next week. That's fantastic. I can't wait. Oh, Bryson is insisting that I show you Bowser.
Samus, I'll see you next week when my statue comes. Then we'll do another video.
That's my son's Bowser statue from the Bowser Castle that we got him for Christmas. And yeah, that's the statue review. As you can see, I put on my Samus Aran most awesome shirt in celebration of this most awesome day. Thanks for watching with me. I hope you liked this video. If it was enjoyable, and if you want to see me do videos like this in the future, drop a comment below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's all appreciated, so thank you. And if you don't, it's all good. I'll still make the Bowser video anyways, because I know someone out there is going to want to see this guy. Oh, man. And it'll be fun for me to relive it too while I'm driving, you know. Well, not that I can watch videos, not that I watch videos while I'm driving, but, you know, listen to myself talk, because that's always fun. Just kidding, kind of. But yeah, Samus Aran, Varia Suit Samus statue from F4F. F4F is love, F4F is life, as they always say. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for making this process a smooth one, for delivering me the statue on time, as timely as it could have been. And yeah, if you ever have any questions about the company, the statues, the quality, ask me. I've purchased many statues from them over the years, and I have a lot on pre-order that are coming out this year, like True Form Midna is on her way, Bowser is literally next week, Mario on Yoshi's coming, Ridley's coming, so all this year and maybe into 2021 there will be quite a few new statues coming over. So definitely a well-recommended brand. Alright everyone, PGN signing out. Thanks for watching with me. Bye.